Hey guys, and welcome to the first tutorial video for the Worldwide Minecraft Alliance. To check out more of our stuff, go to WMA.im. Now, today I'll be showing you ways to protect your house in survival. These methods also work in worlds like creative, but I don't see why you would want to do it. So the first thing to do is protecting your house with the World Guard tool. Now to get it, it's a golden hoe. You can craft it, but we also let you use the wand command, and that'll just give you a golden hoe. You can throw it out afterwards, not an issue. Now in chat it has told me how to use it because I gave it to myself. Now to protect an area, it's almost as simple as selecting two corners, but the problem is, now firstly, only I can see this grid, and that's through a mod called World Edit CUI, but it's good for this video because then I can just show you how it works so that when you use it without the visual aid, you know what you're protecting. So the protection, I believe, is currently locked to a maximum of 30,000 blocks. I may raise it in future, but as of recording this video, it is 30,000. And so the way to protect your area using the golden hoe is you select one corner, then you select the opposite corner in a 3D fashion. So if you, for example, select the two bottom areas, or two opposite lower corners, you'll only protect everything that is currently in this first block of area. So your house wouldn't be protected if someone wanted to break in. They could very easily just build through here. Instead, what you want to do is select the area like this. Now the way to select the two positions is left click for the first, right click for the second. So again, left click here, and then we go around here and right click there. Once you're done, RG claim, and then what you want to call the region. Personally, I recommend your name, but if you have multiple protections, which you're allowed to have, you can call it, you know, Wiz2 or whatever, as long as it's close to your name and isn't something like RG claim shop, because then other people who want to name their region shop can't, and it just makes it easier for everything else. For example, we have a spawn protection called spawn, and you wouldn't be allowed to make your own region that's called spawn. So that's how to protect your area using the golden hoe. Now what this will stop people from doing is breaking blocks. However, it doesn't block people from, for example, bringing in creepers and blowing them up, and it doesn't block people from being able to walk into your house if your door is closed. So yeah, that is the first way to protect your house. Once you've protected an area, you can right click on it to find out if it's protected. You can also look into information on the region by doing RG info to see, for example, who owns it or what other members are in it. Now to share a region that you've created with other people so they can do things inside it and break blocks and whatever, then RG add member. I do not recommend adding owners because then they might remove your permissions and you won't be able to access your own area anymore. RG add member the region name, which in my case would be WizardCM or as above buildings, and then their name. Now if you do RG info, you can do RG info just by standing in the area, or you can do RG info and then whatever you called it. And as you can see, members mat. Now if you want to remove them, remove member mat. Buildings mat. The second way to protect your house is by using Locket. Now Locket is a signed based container protection plugin, and it allows you to protect blocks with a visual aid. There are plugins like LWC, which by default automatically lock your chests without you having to do anything, but you can't tell the difference between a locked chest and an unlocked chest, or a locked door and an unlocked door. So all you need to lock a door or a chest or whatever else I'll be explaining in a moment is a sign. Now, depending on what you want to lock, there are different ways to do it. So firstly, if you want to lock a chest, the easiest way is to just right click, and by default that'll lock it with only your name. If you want to lock a double chest, you can do the same thing. If you want to lock a door, however, and I'll just leave those protections on here actually, you can place it on the door here just by doing the same line on the top and just pressing done, and that works with chests as well. However, that's not a very nice spot to have it. You're better off having it up top where, for example, from outside it's not visible. So that's the first thing you can lock, a regular door and chests. If you have a door that's facing the opposite direction, not a problem, you can do the exact same thing. Now the only bug, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. The only bug I have noticed with these doors is if you left click double doors, so you can protect double doors the same way, is if you left click double doors in survival, you'll only be opening one door, and then if you try right clicking, it then breaks the lock basically, because then one is open and one is not. So just left click it again to fix that lock. Otherwise, these can't actually be opened with a left click, so you won't have that issue there. I'm going to go back into creative. So that's how to lock doors, and that'll stop also redstone signals and anything that you might send to it, so you can't do a lock door that works only with you pushing a pressure plate or something. The other things you can lock are, of course, furnaces. This is useful if you've got lots of stuff in them. However, if you have multiple furnaces, you do have to lock them separately. The next thing you can lock, and this I was actually a bit surprised about, jukeboxes can be locked as well. Again, you can just place the sign on it and it'll automatically list it. Next, of course, dispensers, quite obvious. Diamond blocks, which I actually found quite interesting as well. I just learnt that you can do it. But if you want to do a decoration that is made of diamond blocks, something like this maybe, not that you really would, you can protect them. You can also protect trapdoors, but for them you do have to type out private. And both top and bottom ones work without an issue, and you can also private fence gates. So that's if you want to lock a chest or any of the other things here. Also, these can be protected as well. Make sure if you want to actually open, for example, the chest, you don't do it with a sign in your hand, because then you won't be able to, you'll just be placing another sign. We can also lock enchanting tables. So that's if you want to lock it just for yourself. If you want to share it with someone, there are a number of ways you can do it. If you've already set up a protection on any of these signs, you can just right click it and it tells you exactly how to add people. So for example, lock at line number 3. So for example, line 1 is taken up by private. Line 2 is always your name. You don't have to type it in yourself. Lines 3 and 4 can be anyone else you want to add. So there I've added a Wiz2. Now Wiz2 would be able to also open it if he or she existed. And that's how you would do it. If you want to add someone else, you don't have to right click the sign again, just run the command line 4 whiz 3. So that's that. You can do the same with any chest, or if I can spell, or any of the other things that can be protected, and I'll just re-protect them. You can lock anvils as well, but I mean, the only protection you're doing for stuff like these is they simply can't be broken by other people, which, using the first protection method, you should already have protected. So that's adding people. If you run into an issue where, say you've got this one, and then you lock it, and you want to add more people, well, you can just right click here and you've already got more users, everyone. What you'll want to do is change that line 2 to someone else, or just place a sign that says more users and then add more people. That also works with double doors. More users, A, B and C, and there you go. These people can all access those doors. So those are all the ways you can protect your house, or chests, for example, if you've got them in a cave or something. I hope this was helpful. If you'd like to see more videos like this that teach you how to protect an area, or anything else you want to learn on the server, just comment below with your suggestions and like the video so that more people know about it. I'm Wizard CM, or Matt, and thanks so much for watching.